Hi. For those of y'all that are here, they're not in the auctions tonight. I just wanted to do a little bit of fall is here. We're getting ready to be in winter. So let's do a little fall coloring before I go to bed tonight. Let me get the chat moved over into here in case somebody is in the other room. Tonight. Let me get the chat moved over into here in case somebody is in the other room. Why is it not? Okay, here we go. We'll do a pop out. And then we'll bring it over here into StreamYard. And then that way, if anybody does end up over here, I'll be able to see it. Does anyone notice that the internet's kind of acting hinky lately? Okay, I'm going to raise it just a little bit more. And I think we're going to add a little more light to this. I'm going to start doing some watercolor paintings here soon. Who's ever in chat? Hi, how are you? Here we go, a little more light. We're going to do this little autumn thing. So let me show you what I do have planned to do. Look at this bed out of this book. There's some really neat ones. There's the gorilla. There's a bear. I gotta pick one of these to do. The only thing is they got it on both sides. I probably could do a light, very light watercolor wash. Because it'd have to be very light because this is double-sided. I don't like it when it's that way. Anyway, I thought I would do just a little bit of coloring because I haven't done any in a while. Just make them in there. And why not? Cute little kids. A French gray for their skin. I don't think so. Warm gray. That does not look pleasant for a skin tone. Yeah, no. Okay, what is this one? Ginger root. Let's see how that one works, okay? If you have any questions, go ahead. If it's about art, I'll try to answer you. I do abstract mostly. I don't do for fine art, which is very nice. It's out of my wheelhouse. If you want to talk about the auctions we can do that too. If you want to talk about my book that's almost completed, we can do that too. Or if you just want to chat, we can do that as well. That's just me getting notifications. Okay, so this one's ginger root. Yeah. And these are Prismacolor pencils. They're nice. And I've got the chat popped out so I can look up and see if there's any questions or conversations going on. Now this paper on this book is autumn scenes. I got this off of Amazon. It's just too thin to do watercolor as a background. It's just too thin. And it's not on both sides, but it's still just too thin. To do a wash, and then I take the blender and blend it in. So they just shut our state down this weekend. As of Monday, we're shut down again for 2 more weeks. Yay. We're just starting to get back to a little bit of normalcy. I know most everybody I know is over in the auctions. But I just wanted to do a little relaxing type stuff. We have good news. My test results came back all good. We were, it's a little concerning. They were looking for cancer in my liver and stuff, and came back to, oh, that was a big O negative, which is wonderful. And I'm wondering if I should do her a little, well, I already did her leg. Okay, that just blew that out of the water. If there's anybody in the chat, what color do you think I should do his hair and her hair? Let me know what colors you guys think I should do their hair. This is just, hey guys, I just relaxing tonight with just an adult coloring going on of a little fall scene, just to get away from all the madness in the world right now and just to relax. and chit chat if you want. I just haven't seen anybody in the chat, so, but I'm telling you all hi. But if you guys have suggestions on the hair color, let me know. We're using Prisma color pencils tonight. These little brother and sister walking. He's got a hold of her. Make sure she doesn't get lost. I know I'm being quiet, but I'll chit chat if there's anybody in here to chit chat with. Other than that, I wish I could play music in the background, but we all know I'd get in trouble for that one. I will probably do this as a time lapse later as well and add music to it. Aren't these those little red berries that you see on bushes that you're not supposed to eat? Or are they blueberries? If you know, it's just now sending out notifications that I'm online. Wow. And I've been on for 13 minutes. Isn't that crazy? Suggestions for the hair, guys? Any suggestions at all? Let me look for, there you are. We're down to one. People get bored so easy nowadays. Just get your tea, your coffee, whatever you're drinking, and just sit back. And this is just to relax tonight. Unless you need to chit chat, we can do that. Just let me know. I think these little ones are running away from home. So she's got on little black patent shoes. I'm going to do the bottom of them like a gray. This is a blender. So we got their little socks and their little shoes on. Now we have to decide on their little socks. So we're going to put this back Nope. There, I'll put you back. Now, I think if since they're siblings, I think we're going to do blue eyes. And little blonde-haired little cherub babies. These are like, hello, Yella. And we'll go with a little darker one for some highlights around it. I'm an idiot. Well, it did kind of give us a little bit of little change. Okay. Hey, Suzanne's Chronicles. How you doing? Thank you. We're just coloring tonight. There's no auction, just chilling out. Everybody's so busy and tired and wore out. I hope you have a great holiday in case I don't get to talk to you between now and when Thanksgiving hits. I'm glad you came by. I'm trying to decide what color to make her dress. Any ideas? I believe they're brother and sister. I guess I could make his short pants brown. I don't know. It looks like they're running away. So maybe I ought to do this red with some yellow polka dots or something. I don't know. Any suggestions on how to do her, what to do her dress in? Because that'll tell me how I'm going to do their, what colors. Hey, and if you know, are these blueberries or are those little red things? You know, those little red, I wonder if these are blueberries or those little red things that the kids are not supposed to eat. And I can't think of the name of them. But I'm beginning to wonder, I don't see any other fruit. So I'm wondering if those aren't those red things with the little green tips. These guys red? Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Let me get the red while we figure out what we're going to do with their dress. I've got one that's like a poppy red. But isn't it? That's more of an orangey red. I think those little things, those little hard things are red. So I've got a crimson red here. At least we can get those knocked out. And now the tips of them green. I think they're green. They're an orange red. Well, if they're that, I can color them like this poppy. Let me see. That's a poppy red. Let's see how that goes. And then we take my little blender and blend that in. And then get a green for we'll do their stems a different green. But for this one, what do you think of that? Add some yellow on the red, then blend. I can do that. I know in the options I talk nonstop, but typically I'm pretty mellow. That yellow added to it made a difference. Did you see the difference between the two? So I'm going to go back and add a little yellow on this one and add a little more of that red to see if we can't make it pop a little bit. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, it made a huge difference. I have a whole playlist of nothing but adult color pages. I just felt like coloring tonight. I've been working all day on stuff, and I thought, you know what, I just need to unwind, or I'm never going to get to sleep tonight. So I don't know if you heard in the beginning, but I got my lab results back. I do not have liver cancer. So that is a big yay. Been on pins and needles on that for 8 weeks. Give it a little shadow to the first one, purple. You know, just so let me blend this one in first. Give this one a shadow, you say? Yeah, I went to Texas and spent over 6 weeks there. I thought, because I didn't know what I was going to come home to. I did all that blood work before I left, and I thought, if I'm going to have to go through chemo or something again, I'm going to enjoy my time now with my family and friends. So it was very nice when I got home to get the results that I do not have that. I know, it is a huge relief. Huge. I'm already on oxygen 24/7. However, when I was in Texas, it was I was still on oxygen, but it wasn't the struggle to breathe that I have here. So I'm liquidating everything. I figure I need to go back to Texas, where at least my quality of life is better. So I'm going to liquidate everything I own, all my art, everything. So I should be doing some kind of a destashing or something soon. But I'm also in the middle of the last stages of completing the first draft of my book. So it's like I got all these irons in the fire. So there's another reason I do this tonight, just to, oh yes. So look at my playlist. I'm an abstract artist. I watercolor, I acrylic paint. There's all kinds of playlists. I have a bunch of playlists. I have over 800 videos. But if I start a painting, I don't like to stop till I'm done, and then I'll never sleep. This I can do, and I can go to sleep when it's done. If I'm painting, I lose track of time. I forget to sleep. I forget to eat. And then it's very hard for me to go to sleep. So I get really into it. So, do you paint? Something's blocking where I can't read your comments. Let me move it. Ah, I love acrylic. Yeah, and if I get too caught up in the painting, I never go to sleep. And then when I do get done, it's like I'm still wound up. And it takes me forever to unwind, so it's like I don't need drugs, just let me have a painting to paint, and I can be up for hours. That's just not always healthy for me to do that. A lot of my paintings, if I've done them live, I'll go back and, like this one, even though it's just a coloring, I'll go back and edit it in a time lapse where it goes really fast and just add some YouTube music. People seem to really like it. I have some people that really like watching this in real time, and then lots of people that like to watch it on the replay after I time lapse it. But I hadn't done one of these in a while. So do you have videos on your channel? Oh, don't be nervous. Who is hosting it? Are you hosting the channel yourself, or whose auction are you going to be in with? And what are you selling? What's your video going to be of? Okay. One, who are you going to do the auctions with on Wednesday, and what's the video? Your paintings are going to be videos tomorrow, or that's what you're auctioning? Oh, Cajun's Roots. How nice. Oh, he has a whole different audience. What is it? Is this, as you see, Cajun does his Wednesday morning, right? What size are your paintings? There's another one over here. Isn't that another one of them berries? Just like a round one with no tip? It is. Oh, 6 p.m.? Dang, I'm going to have to check it out. I wonder if he's already, are they canvas? You do them on canvas or you doing them on canvas board? Here I am questioning you like crazy. I'm sorry. He's a very nice man. You should have no problem with him. I've been into some of the chats he's been in. I think Cha Cha had him on, or was on his, or something. On paper, are you doing acrylic on watercolor paper? Yeah, Maricha and I know each other from the art world. She's a fantastic artist. I will show you just one of mine that's close. And it's a fan art of like the movie It. It's a horror movie. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's Pennywise. That's one of mine. That's one of mine. It's of the new Pennywise. And this is a 12 by 24 painting. So I have this type. And then I have 16 by 20s are just ridiculous to ship though. Then I have, this is a 16 by 20. It's a totally different genre. And then for the big ones, yes. For the other ones, use pirate ship. And then see, this is another one of mine. It's a 16 by 20. My 16 by 20s run $160 by itself before the shipping. This one was actually in an art event with a bunch of other artists in the showing. Yeah, this one is from 2015. So I've got a little bit of everything. I have little ones too. I have watercolor paintings. I have a little bit watercolor and acrylic. I've never played with oil. Now my grandmother, who was an artist, is an artist. She hasn't done anything in years though. No, that's how much I charge for the painting. A 16 by 20 to my clients is $160. For an 11 by 14, which I'll show you that. And that's before shipping. This is an 11 by 14 canvas. This is from a 1980s movie series. This is the first one. It's called Hellraiser. This is Pinhead. And then they made a whole series of it that's gone on for freaking ever. This is an 11 by 14. This starts out at $75. They want this painting at $75. Not all of my stuff are spooky. Like, this is another 11 by 14. Yes, that was Pandora's box. And this is my Raven Girl. This is an 11 by 14. And I like to sign mine on the back. Did I not sign her? Ooh. I sure didn't. Wow, and she is a few years old too. But this is my my kids tease me. They say my little apartment's like walking into a gallery because there's art everywhere. And that's just a little bit, a tiny bit. I like doing girls. When I first started painting, I didn't want to do faces at all because I have a trimmer and I didn't think it would work. But I have a very good artist friend at the time who said, have you ever tried? So don't dare me. Anyway. And then here we, and that was in 2014. I'm self-taught. I started learning to paint after I got sick. When I got sick, and because I was a workaholic, I worked all the time. And then after I got sick, it's like I had all this nervous energy and didn't know what to do. And she dared me to paint. And who knew? And then now I'm almost done with my first book. The first draft of it, let's put it that way. The first draft is almost done. And that'll be published. Yep. I've learned off of watching YouTube videos, the Sherpa. The Sherpa, I can't think of her first name, dadgummit. Oh, I feel so bad that I can't think of her name. Because that's how I met Maricha, or Cha-Cha. Was through the Sherpa. Yep. Her 1 hoot, 2 hoot, 3 hoots. She's I learned a lot from her. She doesn't get to interact with the people like she used to. It's very business-like now. Yeah, her mom, Ginger. Ginger does acrylic, but I think she used to be a big oil painter. And she also used to, they bought a bunch of her paintings and turned them into puzzles and stuff. And she got paid for it. But she said she didn't get paid much like you would think. So I'm going to go to a different green. I watched the Sherpa when she was first starting out. We used to chat and stuff. We used to privately chat and stuff, but you know, she's her whole. He doesn't work anymore, so well, he works for her or works with her. I don't know how they. You have to be so careful how you say things, so you don't offend nobody. Okay, so instead of doing yellow on the leaves, I'm going to do, I'm going to go back in with this green ochre. And then instead of like a yellow, I'm going to go in with this chartreuse green over it. You're laughing at me, huh? Well, you just never know if you're going to offend anyone nowadays. So it's best just to be careful. I'm not sure I'm liking this green ochre. I'm not. Ew. That was not what I was going for. Okay, so I'm giving you. Yeah. because I went and highlighted all around them. They're still with the vein with the darker green, and that ochre was just, as my friend Mark would tell me, I should have tested it out on the paper before I put it on here. Oh, I know. But in my book, I am who I am, and they can all, I don't care. My book is fiction anyway. It's about people that are shifters, and they turn into wolves. So they're not into that kind of book. Hey, Hot Mess. How are you, darling? Yeah. Well, if you're not into cussing, because there is some cussing in it, and you're not into a war, and you're not into sex, then that's not the book for you. My book is, well, they're shifters that shift into wolves. Wolves are very active with their mates. But it's not smut. Amy, how's your day gone? Hold on, I'm trying to do something here. Y'all talk amongst yourself for a minute. I'm trying to get something done here real fast. Maybe. It depends. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't have enough hands or enough counter. You think I'd have enough going on, because I can't see the chat for a minute, so y'all hang on. Okay. Now I'm back to y'all. Phew. I had to get back. There. And then I popped out the chat, so I wanted the chat to be. Yeah, so this is a better green than that. Then I put this chartreuse on it, and it gives it a little highlights. And then I got my little blender. See how that's going? I'm thinking, would you just like this? Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are here. It's only showing one person in here, so I don't know if we lost Top Mess or if we lost Susanna. I don't know which one of y'all we lost, because it says there's only one person in here. She has the hardest time with her internet sometimes. Oh, you're still here? Because it's not showing you here. How weird. Did you check your messenger, Hot Mess? I know, right? Yes, she's invisible. So, Susanna, you had me show you some of my paintings. You didn't tell me. Um, how do you price yours and all that good stuff? How do you price your paintings? And what are the genres of your paintings that you do? I like the way these things are popping out around them. Oh, you do some pours with resin and fine art. Oh, see, I would love to be able to do fine art, but I have some liquid pours, but not with resin. With my breathing issues, I don't think I could do it, but oh, I do love watching it. Make sure you don't put, when you ship your paintings, do not put bubble wrap on your painting. And make sure they've cured like what, 3 weeks, isn't it? Like 3 or 4 weeks before you can put anything on them for sure. Like wrap tissue paper and stuff around them. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. I could be wrong. Don't hold me to it. Do you have a Facebook page where, that displays your hey girl,
Hey.
how are you? Did you know that Susanna's going to be on the Raging Cajun showing her art Wednesday?
Oh, really? I haven't heard that.
Yep, she told me tonight.
Oh, that's
Susanna,
awesome. I'll
I
have
know,
to watch just to see what she has.
right? Well, she just said she does resin and fine art, some pours with resin and fine art,
Oh,
which
wow.
I love the resin pours.
Have you ever
I
seen any of her work?
no.
Oh, I have. I was lucky. I happened to be on, I think it was a live or maybe it was in the back. I'm not really sure, but I've seen some of it. I think it was her.
Susanna, have you shown any of your artwork before?
I believe it was her with showing Cha-Cha. I might be wrong. Somebody was showing Cha-Cha their art. I thought it was her. I've always I've been watching these YouTube videos on the resin jewelry, people making their
Resin's
own.
nice,
And it
but
was, oh my gosh, it was so, I'm like, I want to do that. I
yeah,
don't
but
know the first thing about
with,
it.
with my breathing issues, there's just no way.
Does it have,
Resin's got a very powerful smell,
oh,
and you have to use that little torch. Susanna, do you
well,
use that little torch to make the bubbles and stuff do their thing?
anything that has to deal with a torch is probably not good with me.
Well, if you ever watch those pours, are really cool. But I'm on oxygen. I can't do anything with fire, so I don't feel like blowing myself up.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't need you to do that.
Yeah, nah, not doing. I decided to, because I've been working all day on stuff, and I decided I was going to just do a little autumn coloring in an adult book tonight and call it Dunzo.
There you go.
Because and Susanna came in and I blow out my paint with the resin. I can't wait to see it.
I decided since Cha-Cha offered for me to come on her collaboration auction that's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
It's like she put Christmas on there, but she also put and more. So I'm guessing I haven't really talked to her about the details. But I believe it starts tomorrow night, all the way up until Tuesday.
I don't know.
Can you tell that I haven't really talked to her much about it? Because
Well, I
I
know she
can't
has
remember.
one. She said yes with the torch. Yeah, I love that kind of art, but I can't do it. No, I don't want to blow myself up. I saw that she has already set up her StreamYard because it's in the, it's set up. I'll have to go
Right.
check it out and see what it is. I haven't really got to talk with her lately. I mean, I really didn't get to talk to any of y'all because I was gone for 6 weeks.
Right.
You know.
I didn't, up until the other day, I didn't really talk to Cha-Cha much, except for when she was on a live and I was there or in the chat, hi, how you doing type thing. I decided since she was up, I was like, I'm bored and I need somebody to talk to. Not like because anything was wrong, just because I was so freaking bored. Everybody was sleeping, and I can't sleep half the time at night. And she's like, okay, call me. We ended up staying awake talking to each other for like 4 hours.
Yeah, she's quite the night owl, that is for sure.
Well, I had taken what I call a nap because I went to bed like at 10 and woke up around 3.
Yeah.
And then
And she was up, huh?
I seen that she was yeah, because we were on we were watching Robin, I believe, because she said I think that's who we were watching. And she's like, I just got here, and I'm like, okay, she's up, I'll call her.
I'm doing different colors on here. Susanna, do you want to come up on the panel and just chat with us? If you do, are we friends on Facebook? So I can drop the link to you.
I have one of those, like, I think it's, what is it called? The Zen type coloring books.
The what?
The Zen, where it's like different shapes.
Oh, yeah.
And what I did, I think it was this spring. Last spring? This spring, I was kind of busy with auctions and dealing with all the other crap going on in the world. But I think it was last year. I had colored a bunch of them and then cut them into business cards.
Oh, nice.
But I like to do mine when it comes to business cards or any like little thank you notes, anything that I put in people's packages. I like it to be handwritten. I have good handwriting, so I know they're going to read it. They're going to be able to read it. And I like to make it a little bit more personal that way. And I got so many compliments from that. Like, you
Good.
go the extra mile. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, my handwriting is like a doctor's. Yeah, I can't read it. I'm left-handed and I don't turn my hand. And my handwriting's just atrocious. It's always been horrible. So, okay, do you want to come in, Susanna?
You can say hi. It's safe.
It's just me.
She can't see
And
you.
Amy. Huh?
Grace was waving to you. It's like, she can't see you.
Oh. Hi there.
You know she's 13 now?
They're just growing up, aren't they?
I know. I swear yesterday she was 3.
It's crazy how they do. Okay, so then I want to go to, what color are you? Pale sage. Let me see what it's going to do down here. Yeah. We'll do
Just so
these.
you know, if I happen to like drop off, it is raining and storming here.
Oh, she said she's in bed. Well, maybe we can just, no, dear, thank you. We can talk you to sleep then. I have done that before, haven't I, Amy?
Oh, yes.
Because I read the prologue of my book. to the girls one morning. They'd been up all night. And all of y'all fell out. Everybody but Leanne. But she's like the ever Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going.
That was the day I woke up, like sitting in my chair at my desk and using my desk as my pillow.
Who was?
I was.
It shows
Well,
two in here now.
I was chilling out and listening to you read, and I was like picturing what you were saying, like as it was playing out in my head, or as you were reading, it was playing out in my head.
Oh,
And
the book.
it was like so relaxing. I'm just like out.
And it was just the prologue. I don't even know if you made it all the way through it.
I don't have a clue.
And it wasn't even 1,000 words. I think my prologue's maybe between 500 and 800 words.
I think it was I sat still long enough to like relax, and you reading to me was just soothing. I'm like, okay, dreamland.
Right, and I'm using my good mic. This good mic works really well. I listen to audiobooks almost every night just to go to sleep. And I broke down and I bought a Fire Kindle because some of my authors they've come out with new books in the series I follow, but they didn't come out in paperback yet. They're still in Kindle form. So I went ahead and bought a Kindle. So I'm addicted to the story. So it got quiet. Who did I lose?
I'm still here. My son was asking me about measuring cups because he's been making food. Love it. I taught him how to cook it now. He'll cook for me even. Love it. He's like, I don't know how to make scrambled eggs. I'm like, what? That was the first thing I learned like at 10.
Yeah. Scrambled eggs are easy.
Okay. Well, go make it. Clean up your mess. I know you know. I'm going to tell
And
you anyway, though.
if you want some really fluffy, you add, and I hate cottage cheese, but a friend of mine adds cottage cheese into her eggs, and it makes them so fluffy and so good. And I cannot stand cottage cheese, but it really.
I like it. I just didn't. I've never tried that.
I'm in New Mexico. She's in Massachusetts. You're in. Where are you at?
I'm in Missouri.
You're Missouri.
I say I was enthusiasm. I'm in Missouri.
You're in the show me state.
Yeah, show me the way out.
My ex used to say that you have to show me.
We use that as like when people are arguing or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Talking about doing stuff. This is the show me state. Show me, don't tell me.
Right. So, what kind of flowers are these guys? These little things, are they daffodils? These little things?
I don't know what those are.
I don't either.
Oh, I just seen the dog in there. I didn't see that first time I looked at it.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching you do this the whole time, except for like the minute that I talked to him, and I never noticed the dog.
What color socks should I give him? Well, I haven't decided what color dress. She needs a dress. I need to know what color to do her dress. But I want a little bit of bluebells. Okay, that makes sense. I need her to have a little bit of color in her cheeks. Just a smidge. And him too.
Does it rain at all down, or like a lot where you're at? Wow, word.
No, I live in the desert. It rains somewhat, but not enough to do us any good right now. And I live, Colorado is 45 minutes from me. And
wow.
so my kids were all born in Durango. But I'm trying to remember what color bluebells are. I've got a denim, a Caribbean sea, a China blue, and a blue lake. What kind of blue are bluebells, guys? I've got a muted turquoise. I don't think that's it, is it?
Did you say bluebells?
Yeah, bluebells.
Okay, give me a second. I'll check. I don't think I've ever heard of that flower before.
That's an electric blue. I've got a non-photo blue.
It kind of looks like they're more of like a blue violet color.
Okay, so that's a China blue. Is it? Let me see if this is going to be too dark. And where's my little guy?
Don't worry, my camera's not on, but she's got her whole full screen on. They couldn't see us even if we were.
Blue velvet.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see.
She's doing some colored pencil art.
I've got a violet blue right here. Ta-da! Where's my little blender? You want to put? Yeah.
Yeah, that looks more like the color.
Okay. Well, let's go in here and.
I'm not when it comes to like flowers and stuff. If it's not like the more popular ones, I have no idea. That's why I was like, I'll look it up for you.
I'm not one that likes roses. I would like tulips and lilies and
Oh, I love lilies, especially the what are they? The ones that are pink on the inside and white on the outside.
Is that a Kelly lily? Kelly lily? I can't even say it.
I don't know. There's so many of them. I like lilies in general, but that's my favorite.
I like exotic flowers, let's put it that way.
So, funny story. Probably like 5 years, 6 years ago, my dad decided to plant some snapdragons around his pond. He's got like a little koi pond.
Yeah.
And yeah, not only are they all over the pond area, they're on the side of the house because when he planted them, I'm assuming the birds took off with some of the seeds.
I love
they took over.
I'm going to plant some in a big pot. I'm going to get a snapdragon. I have to do it in a pot because everything's xeriscaped out here.
Right, same here.
Well, I take that back. I'm not doing anything right yet because wisterias, oh, those are nice. Because I'm trying to liquidate all my assets. So I don't need to spend any money so I can buy camp trailers. My goal is to buy a 4-season bumper pull trailer so I can live in Texas. Because like I looked at apartments like I'm living now where for the elderly and the disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not in safe areas there.
So. We have some here, like some of them are, I could actually get in one just because I'm on disability.
It took me 4 years to get into the ones I'm in right now. I was on a waiting list for 4 years.
That's how it is here. Well, maybe not that extreme, but there's a waiting list, and it does take at least 2. I was on a waiting list, I guess it was about like 8 or 9 years ago, to get in a low-income apartment.
Yeah.
Because, like I get disability, so I don't have that much money when it comes to bill-wise. Right. And I knew nothing about reselling then, of course. And it took me like a year and a half. And that was with her knowing that it was kind of an emergency situation. But she couldn't get me in any quicker than that. She was calling other complexes to see if they had any openings. That's how much this woman cared.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know her. I couldn't tell you her name, save my life right now. But she's like, look, you have two small kids, and we can't do this. And I was staying with a friend, and I told her, I was like, well, I'm leaving today because I know she can't have anybody stay with her for long periods of time. And she goes, you stay here if you need to. I would rather you stay here than sleep in your car with those babies, because the girls were like 2 and 3, 3 and 4, something like that.
Right.
Most complex. She would not allow that for anybody else. But I kind of told her my situation, and she's like, "You just stay here with her. It's okay. If she's okay with it, I'm okay with it. Just you know, don't let anybody know that you're actually staying here, and don't cause any problems, and I won't have any problems to deal with." And I'm like, "Okay." I didn't talk to anybody, so except for the
Right.
person I was staying with.
I
I
can't
didn't.
believe I've been here a year. I just celebrated my year here, and it's gone by so fast.
Right.
But I don't. There's a lot of drama in this place here, so I stay out of it.
Same. Well, I mean, I
These old
might be
people
the
just
cause of some
gossip.
of it here.
Well, no, the old people they just gossip.
Right. Well, see, I just have the person downstairs that likes to slam the door and knock things off the walls, and I have an attitude about stuff like that. Anybody would. I I don't know if you ever seen it, but in my living room, I used to have. I don't know. You can tell me if you know, but it's like the more smaller canvas, and if you put it together, it makes a moon. It's like a night scene with a moon and the water.
I don't know if
And
I've seen that.
we recently took them down. We were gonna put something else up, but haven't got that far yet. But they've been hanging there pretty much. We ordered them off of Amazon maybe 2 weeks after we
See,
moved in.
when you buy art off of Walmart and stuff, you're not getting a real artist thing.
No, this thing wasn't even signed or nothing.
Well, no, it's from Amazon.
Right. Well, we liked it. I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like we didn't have really wall decorations, and she slammed her door one day, and one of the canvas fell off and it hit me in the head. I was fuming.
Oh, no.
It didn't even hurt, but I was so. It was 6:30 in the morning. I just got my cup of coffee, had not even taken a sip out of it, and I get hit in the head with a canvas. Yeah, that was, the look
And
she gave me was like I was
I was
Satan.
really
And
lucky. I had a really good office manager at my last apartment, and none of that stuff was tolerated at all. That kind of crap, she just didn't tolerate any kind of BS. Over here, the only drama it is between some of the older ladies. They're just nosy. I know this one lady lives catty corner across the breezeway from me. Well, not breezeway, but from the courtyard. She knows when I get packages. She knows when I have company, and she's never outside. But she'll question me about stuff, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Sitting with a binoculars or something?" Because she knows everything that goes on at my little apartment when I go in and out.
right, see here, it's safe. You can't
See,
see
I
her.
don't have to worry about stairs anymore. This is all one level.
Do you recognize her hands?
I don't know if they do.
I met her through Tata.
Oh, doesn't help me.
If you've actually seen her, you'd probably remember her.
Where's this food at?
It's on
You
the
what?
floor.
Um,
Andrew says he doesn't know who you are.
Who's Andrew? Is that your son?
Yeah, that's my 17-year-old.
can you point to
Yes,
those
you
on
showed me pictures of him when he graduated or whatever it was.
No,
He's
that's
got
the
long
other
hair.
one.
Oh, that's the other one?
Yeah, Andrew, it's under that box. Yeah, it's in the floor somewhere right there. I knocked it over the other day. I'm not over, but I knocked it off the thing. Yeah, there you go.
So I don't
He's feeding the guinea pig because she's yelling at him.
you could tell me what it was. I knew. Okay, we need to back up.
It's funny. He talks to her like she's a human.
She is.
First,
Ooh.
she's gonna answer him. The guinea pig.
Oh,
It's so funny.
I brought my puppy home.
I know. I seen it the other day. Remember?
Yes. And his name is perfect for me. Merlin.
Mm, that's cute. I never asked you what his name was.
Merlin.
And
He
he's a
already named that when I got.
Pomeranian and what?
No, he's a Pomeranian. He's a mare Pomeranian. But
Oh,
he looks. He's got one eye's a different color. He looks like he reminds me of an Australian Shepherd. Is what he reminds me of the face. The coloring, not his body type, but his coloring.
right.
But no, he's a pom, but they call him a mare, mere, because
Okay.
he doesn't sit there and shimmy and shake and yap and all that stuff. He's got a longer nose, and right
Right.
now,
We were on the phone for like an hour and I didn't hear him make one noise.
no, I think he was sitting in my lap.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Now let a stranger come walking up and oof,
Yeah, that's different.
but he's just doing his job.
You know how some dogs like well, most dogs bark when somebody knocks on the door.
How dogs do what to who?
How dogs bark when
Oh,
somebody knocks on the door.
hold on a second. Are you at work, sweetheart, or are you home? Mark. He's one of my best friends. He's an artist. And I met him through Cha-Cha. Are you at
I
work, sweetie, or are you at home?
was he's the what is it called? The art game thing
Huh?
that Cha Cha introduced me to, where they tell you a word and then you draw it.
Oh, art game. Yes, he likes that thing. I
I
get it.
think she showed me a video to show me like what we were supposed to be doing here.
Oh, do you
You
want
know,
to come in, Mr. Man? You can come in. Doo-doo-doo. Let me get to you, Mark. Mark has been working so many hours, and we're never on the same. We have a group called the Art and Chat Group, and we haven't been able to do a live in forever.
I like that game. It is so fun, and I can't
You get,
draw. I can't.
I'm
You can tell what I'm trying to draw, but one of our words was a lion, and it kind of looked like Yoshi with a mane. But but I tried.
There you go, Mark.
It was funny when Cha Cha was trying to show me how to draw a mouth, because she goes, your smiley face don't have a mouth, so I just drew a circle. She goes, no.
Yeah, I can't. I don't like the game. I'm not good at on the spot. I've got to plan my stuff out and do it slow. But yes, because I'm, my stuff ends up looking like a 5-year-old did it. Mark and
My
them,
stuff does look like a 5-year-old.
Mark and them, they do it, and it looks absolutely. I mean, he is a phenomenal artist himself.
I think
See, now
Ian
it's
was
showing,
playing too. He was
it's
really
showing
good.
that nobody's watching me now. And Mark's on there, and Susanna may have fell asleep, but because she was in bed.
Right. I fell asleep watching Miranda's auction
That
earlier.
girl, she goes and goes and goes.
I know, she's like, I'm so tired, and I'm like, you've been on since like 7 o'clock. I'm like, call it done and go to bed.
Hey, Mark, I put the link on your messenger. Where are you? Because it's late enough that you should be upstairs already. I'm waiting for him to come back here and kiss me. He's one of my best friends.
My kids are all trying to whisper.
Huh?
My kids were trying to whisper when they were talking to me. I'm like, just say it.
They don't have to whisper as long as you're not cussing me like a dog or anything. They're good.
Oh no, they would get their butt whipped if they did that. I don't allow that. Unless they're telling me something, like somebody said something to them, and even then, they just tell me letters. They'll spell it, but they won't say it. I've realized lately, I've seen some of these teenagers.
Do what?
I've seen some of these teenagers, and I've realized that mine are pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of not nice kids running around this world.
Right. Some of the stuff that they do, I mean, the violence and the drugs and all that, like, my kids
Yep.
aren't even interested.
Yep.
We bring up the topic of drugs, and I'm like, well, we're not stupid. I'm like, that's good to know. I didn't think they were stupid, but, peer pressure.
Right? Fitting in a little sky behind this. He hasn't made it in.
I gotta dig out some Christmas stuff tomorrow to sell. I'm not putting Christmas stuff up until
I
after
don't have
Thanksgiving.
that kind of stuff. That's probably why Maricha didn't ask me, because I don't have that holiday stuff.
I don't know that it's just holiday stuff, but I figured, oh, I just remembered. I have to go in the other closet too because I have some like little Thanksgiving type things. But what she had put on the thumbnail was Christmas and more, so I'm assuming it's pretty open to whatever. Because you
Right.
never know what somebody wants to give somebody else Christmas.
That's true too.
Somebody could be asking for something that you cannot, like, that's almost impossible to find brand new.
Right.
I have a few more things to get for the kids and I'm done. Allie wants some more records. I'm thinking, I know there's a few people on YouTube that sell records, which is awesome because I know very little about them.
Well, Mark, are you coming or what? I'm looking to see. Oh, there he is. Hey, darling.
Hello.
Were you sleeping?
No, I was detangling my earbuds so I could get them out to use them. It was quite a mess.
Well, it's probably been a while since you've used them.
Yeah, and I just moved a bunch of stuff around and threw things in a pile, and
I know. I keep waiting on my box to get here. And you told me you had it already.
Yeah, I got to get those sent out soon.
And I thought it would be here so I could do an unboxing when I got here.
Well, we think ahead. Sometimes we think wrong.
Wow.
And it had and intentions it had been meant to be sent out a while ago, but
I know, darling.
you still gotta get. I don't know if I have your new address, or I gotta get Shay's address again. And, I'm very unorganized.
I have hers. If you want it later.
Yeah.
And I'll give you mine again.
Well, I gotta get some tape. Before I put the boxes together, I seen a big roll of shipping tape.
Uh-huh.
Since I put the boxes together to go, I can't find that shipping tape anywhere.
Well,
So I've got to go to the store and buy some.
Your art room kind of eats things.
Yeah, I just straightened it up some the other day. I
Did
still
you?
got more to do. This whole upstairs needs a bulldozer, I think.
No, you just need to send the stuff my way.
Oh no, it's just the whole upstairs. There's stuff everywhere. I want to declutter.
Well, you could always do destashing video live, or video, and have people just buy.
I got to go through stuff first. I got so much. Mostly, a lot I don't use is like things like it's often is like I've got a ton of those what do you, like scrapbooking paper, whatever you want to call it.
I use that stuff.
I mean, I use some of it, but I don't use as much as I mean. I've got a huge drawer full of different stuff.
How
Then
far
I've
down?
got about 70,000 envelopes to make stuff with. I was gonna make bigger envelope journals.
We need to do another art and chat thing where we swap.
It's been a while.
So how far down should I make the sky? I've got it right here. Shouldn't I stop right there?
No.
The ground is here.
Where does the ground stop?
That's what I'm asking.
Does it show the ground? It doesn't show
No,
ground line, does it? Oh, this is one of those pictures like where they really didn't intend you to do it. Like, I would just do the whole thing that color.
Even the ground blue?
Yeah, because there's no definition between the top and the bottom. And a lot of times these are older. They're older. It looks like an older design. Like,
Yeah,
like something. And that's how they did a lot of times. They just, they focused on specific thing and didn't care that there wasn't a ground line there.
By the way, Amy, this is Mark. Mark, this is Amy. They call her the Hot Mess Thrifter.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You too.
She's very shy. Until you
Oh,
get to
yeah,
know.
here.
I had to look to make sure you were still here because you got all quiet.
Oh, I was listening.
And it shows nobody is here, and there is actually people here.
How do you know?
That's kind of weird.
Because both of y'all are here, so it should show at least two. Now
Well, I'm not over there. I'm here. I'm not in YouTube anymore. Come on.
I was still on in the YouTube chat before I came on here, and it was saying that she only had one person and there was two of us.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it doesn't like her.
No,
She doesn't. It doesn't like to give her counts and stuff.
Right?
I'm telling you, Faith, you need to go over to Twitch.
I'm thinking so. I have a Twitch account.
You
I
have
just
to worry
started
about
Instagram.
I have Instagram as well.
I just started one.
I've got Instagram. I've got everything, and I hardly post on any of them. I'm lazy.
I always thought that Instagram and Facebook, what's the difference? Well, I mean, I figured out the difference so far, but I never really thought there was a difference between the two.
Oh yeah, it's more. I think Instagram is more solidated. There isn't all the clutter that's on Facebook of all kinds of different things.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like the fact that I can follow like my favorite TV shows, or like follow a group that tells you like new movies that are coming out, like on Netflix or Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
I like that about it.
There's too much new things to watch on half those anymore. I'm like, I go on there. I'm like, oh, that looks good. This looks good. This looks good. This is good. So I just don't watch anything. I can't make up my mind.
I have a hard time, and I usually settle for something most likely that I've already seen, because usually when I turn on a TV, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, I've been lately for some reason I've been watching a show that's called Republic of Doyle. It's like a detective. They like it's up in what is it, Newfoundland?
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm hoping they hurry up and do season 3 from a one show I like to watch, which was that Black Spot. That was a very interesting show.
I don't think I saw that one.
Then they have some stuff that's like, what is this and why? And I have trouble. Like everybody's like, oh, the Haunting of Bly Manor or whatever. I think I've gotten into 2 episodes and I'm like,
what is it?
Haunting of Bly Manor.
I don't know.
It's like it's the new thing right now that's all hot on Netflix. And I'm like, this is kind of dumb. And then I have never finished. And then there's ones like I still have to finish watching
I watched.
Lock and Key. Is it Lock? Is it Locks and Key or Lock and Key?
What about Nurse Ratchet?
I never got into that.
I tried watching it, but when the little, nurse's aide takes the dude his dinner and sits there and jacks him off while the guard's watching, I'm like, this would never happen.
Faith, you're alive on YouTube.
I didn't curse.
No, that's the one thing about Twitch too is you can be foul mouthed, do whatever you wanna.
They'll still boot you if you're not careful.
Well, you can, but you don't have to be this careful. Well, for you it's just your content and who's watching, which you really have mostly adults. That's all you really want as adults. So,
like when I'm in DJs, we try not to curse, but it's a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I was watching that my problem is when I'm watching a show and you know where it's going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have trouble finish watching it because it's like, okay, you're making me mad now because there was no reason to go down this way. So it takes me forever to finish it. So I still haven't finished Lock and Key. I haven't started the second season of what's next? Lost in Space or what's Altered Carbon because I'm like, you changed the lead guy. I don't know if I want to watch it now.
Because he left and did something different.
I'm all over the place.
So
Then Hulu has some good stuff, but then all the shows I like haven't had any new episodes yet. So
I need to know what color to do this little girl's dress for.
Potato.
Not a potato.
Potato color. I don't know. Probably pink.
But it's got lines that go across it. So could you is that pink and blue or pink and what?
Pink and white.
No white.
Well, that's what they used back in the day with pink and white. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, they were boring. Just so you know, they were boring.
Not my fault.
Trying to find a shade of pink here. Oh, here's one right here, straight up pink. There you go. Because she's got ruffles.
Maybe a pink and then a darker pink.
That's what I'm thinking. Because she's got her little crevices here in her dress.
Or she got crevices.
The little
Folds.
Yeah, these guys are right here. They're little.
What made you decide to color tonight?
Because I wanted to paint, and I knew if I started painting, I would never get any sleep tonight. So I vetoed it and went to this instead.
I still need to. I was thinking about trying to do a live thing with that sculpture thing that I got, but I really don't want to do the zombie sculpture because I watched the whole thing and I'm like, I don't know if that's what I want to make because it's not as cute as I was hoping. So then it's trying to think, do I want to try something on my own idea? And if I do it, then there's certain parts that have to be done and baked. So it's like I could start the under thing, and then I could do part of it, and then it would have to be sections, different lives, because you know me, I don't edit anymore. I'm done with that crap.
Well, you could do it in parts.
Yeah.
Up into the part where you have to bake it, and then I'll be back when we get out there.
Mm-hmm. And then there was watching. Well, I've seen those kits that what's his name has out right now. That one artist guy that I can't ever remember his name. He's Australian, but it has this one kit that has like everything from miniatures to clay and stuff. And they have this clay. It's called Munster clay. it never hard and solidly, like you don't bake it or whatever. It's wax based, so that you can basically, it's just so you can make models of stuff and like make a then you could like do something over top of it to make it into a mold, and
Hmm.
then you demold it, and then you could just reuse the clay for the next thing. And at first I was like, well, that looks stupid. Why would you want something that you don't, a clay that you have, if you're not a mold person who would be making molds? And then I'm
Right.
like, well, I guess if you're a person who's trying to learn sculpting and stuff, that would be a really good beginner, because it you could just keep redoing stuff and whatever without you wasting the good clay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can start, it's your practice. You've done how to do this or that with it.
That makes sense, though.
But yeah, I was thinking about, because I've been trying to, for how long now, to do a second art doll.
Yeah.
So I was like, so many different ideas. Just trying to get into it, of course. And I'm gonna sell my cat on eBay, I think, because she's driving me nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, she spent the last summer with mom in her bed. Well, now for some reason she's in my bed, and where she likes to lay is exactly where I usually have my feet. So we have a battle at the bottom of the bed as to who gets what space.
Mine
And,
waits for me to get comfy, and then he comes and gets comfy.
well, I lose no matter what. So she's just like, no, this is mine. I have no privacy anymore. So how's he doing? He adjusting good?
Wonderfully. Wonderful.
That's good. How are you doing? Are you adjusted good?
No, my lungs are just like. I mean, with him or with being
Well,
back.
whatever.
Um,
Him and that, whatever. Because I know your health was a lot better when you weren't living up back when you were gone.
yeah. Well, it's taking a quick. Oh, did I tell you I got all the blood work back? I don't have cancer.
That's good.
No cancer in the liver. I called them and said, hey, you gonna let me know something? So they called me back yesterday evening, I think it was yesterday evening, and said, yep, no liver cancer anywhere. And in fact, there's no sign of any cirrhosis either.
So what was you still got the pain?
It's there, but not like it was. It is being caused by my diabetes. Because remember, my diabetes was out of control.
Oh yeah.
And
How's
it's
your diabetes been since you've been back?
and my diabetes has done so much. We did so much better when I left.
How is it doing now?
It's gone back up the minute I got, like within a day of me getting back here.
Oh yeah.
It's because the altitude, my body's straining, my
Mhm.
my heart and all that, which is messing with my sugar.
Yeah, you need to get moved ASAP.
Yeah, well, that's going to take money, and I'm trying to sell everything I own. So
Well, you should have been looking while you were down there.
we did
What'd you
look
find?
down there, and there was nothing there, and what was there was not safe. And the
Well,
waiting list was years in the making.
you just got to get them to clean that room out
Well,
and let you stay there until you can find an apartment.
got to get done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy me a bumper pull trailer,
Mm-hmm.
camper, as soon as I sell everything off, and I'll live in. We'll find some property to put my butt on, and there I be. Danny will help me find some place for that.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I have the cash, I'm going to have them down there look for me a pull behind trailer.
Yeah.
Because they're cheaper there. Plus, I don't have to haul it across the country if it's there.
Mm-hmm. And depending how big, with everything's there, you won't need take much as far as furniture. Wait a minute. You would have to need an RV, sweetie, with everything you have in art supplies alone.
Well, I told them wherever I said I need to have my trailer put on somebody's land. I said because I need a four-season uh, porch added to it. The whole front of the trailer needs to be a four-season enclosed porch. And Danny goes, "Why?" I said, "So I can art." I said, "I need a four-season with and windows." You know,
Mm-hmm.
I said, "I need a four-season room." He's like, "All righty then." He said, "We will make it happen somehow, some way. Let's figure it out." So he has a house for sale, and I showed Hope it, and Hope goes, "Well, I'm not ready to buy right now. I want to make sure everything's going to work with me and Lewis before I go buying anything. And then I want a 4-bedroom." I said, "Why do you want a 4-bedroom?" And she says, "For a family or somebody comes." I'm like, "Okay, nobody going to stay with you because you don't keep a clean house. Maybe I can win the lottery. If so, I'll buy that house because I got to see it online tonight. And it was nice." It was nice. So is tonight your first night off?
No, last night was. I'm off till. This is my long week off, so I'm off till Wednesday night. Then I'm Wednesday, Thursday. Then I'm off Friday, Saturday, and then I'm Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, this dress needs something. What's it need?
I don't like this.
Hmm?
Did you put the other? Did you put the?
Yeah,
I think you worked. You worked back. I wasn't paying attention. You worked backwards. Did you do the lighter pink on the thing?
yes, I did.
See, I was thinking dress light pink and then the stripes dark pink.
I did do the striped dark pink and the dress light.
That's what I just asked you, and you said no.
I'm sorry, I did.
Why you always lie to me? I don't
I
understand.
misheard.
Why you always telling me fibs?
So what we'll do is let's get one of these guys and make these darker.
What book is this?
It is Autumn Scenes.
Oh, where did you get that?
Amazon. I don't know. I got it.
I don't think I've seen that. I didn't think I've seen that one before.
No, I think it was like $6 or something when I got it.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, not at all. So we're going to have to go a little bit on the darker side here.
That's the one thing I think is funny about some of the older looking stuff is perspective didn't exist. I
Right.
mean, those are some pretty big bear
Yep.
compared to, what I'm saying. They just threw stuff in sometime, but it worked. That was the even scarier thing. And was the dog like looking like is he barking at something or what's
That's
he
it.
doing?
Like he's running with them or something, but they're walking, and this thing looks like he's running.
Yeah. The artist might have been a little drunk. That's what I'm guessing. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I had a long nap. Lay down about 6:30.
Uh-oh.
Took a little nap. Well, I'm usually sleeping in the daytime anyways.
That's true.
But I've got some stuff I've got a list of things I'd like to get done. Whether or not that happens is
Is your mom working or is she off?
she's working and then she's off for a few days. She's been trying to get some days off because of her toe, but
Her
her
toe.
manager has pretty much been selfish about himself wanting this weekend off, even though he's a manager and his job is to work when needed.
What's on her toe?
She's got gout on her toe.
Oh.
It's
Well,
very
she quit
painful.
eating meat.
Very- But you know what's funny is that she really doesn't eat a lot. But her one meat that she does like does flare it up, so she can't eat that now, which is liver.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, liver's one
I
of the
would
ones
have
that's
thought
like,
Leonard
nope.
would have done that.
There's a lot of stuff. It's like there's a lot of stuff she shouldn't eat or drink, and
Well, livers
it's
are
like
really good.
basically going to a bland, low sodium, low this, oh that, da da da.
Well, liver's really high in iron, but she's just gonna have to cut the salt out of her system, out of her
She's
stuff.
not a big. The thing I think with her, is she's not a really big salt eater. That's a good thing. Like she's not when she salts something, it's very light. She just, I mean, there's a lot of times she doesn't, it's salty enough for her,
Yeah. Well,
or she doesn't need it. But
I found out.
I'm a saltaholic. I used to be when I was younger. I was a big saltaholic. Everything had to be salted, and then salted some more.
Oh no, Mark, that's so bad.
Well, now I use sea salt mostly. It's a lot. It's a lot lower in sodium, but higher in the flavor,
Yeah.
which is what I like about it because you don't have to use as much sea salt to get. Because I learned with sea salt, you put too much sea salt on something, it's not gonna be good.
Right.
But yeah, sea salt is lower in sodium, but it's got more flavor, so you don't need as much to season your stuff. And I've never tried that pink salt stuff.
Some people use that. I don't know that much
Yeah.
about all that.
It's all weird.
I've been trying to just be. I found out bean dip has 0 sugar.
Well, it comes from beans, right?
Yep. So I'm like, hey, there you go. When I wanted to dip or anything, I can get some bean dip.
Well, what about hummus? Does hummus have sugar in it?
I've never had hummus. I don't know how that works.
Hummus, you know what hummus is?
No.
Chickpeas, ground chickpeas.
Maybe I can try it.
It is really it's like I've never went and bought my own, but I had a friend that would get it once in a while, and I eat it. It's not bad. They have it in all kinds of different flavors and stuff too. A lot people love it for a good dip. They dip everything in that stuff.
Yeah, I dip my pork rinds. Instead of having crackers, which I love, and bread, which is okay. I do my crackers before I do the bread, but the crackers make my sugar go crazy.
Yeah.
So I just take my pork rinds and get you some bean dip, and there you go. You got some dip and crunch. And when I'm eating something that you would use bread with, I just substitute it with pork rinds.
Yeah, I would get a small thing of hummus and try it. I bet you'd like it. Because
Now, the refrigerated section, right?
I think so. Yeah, and I'm picky. I'm a picky eater, but then again, we still can't get you to eat avocado
No, that's not happening.
just because it's green.
No, it's just because it's green. Because I eat broccoli and that's green. But
What's
I don't like
the issue with it?
Well,
okay. Well, it depends on how you're eating it. Avocado is one of those foods that it's like it depends on how you season it as to what it's like. Just on its own, it's not that great. You have to have some salt, maybe a little bit of garlic powder or onion powder. Then, and like with you get the right guacamole mix stuff, and you don't even know. That'd be another good dip for you. But don't ever buy store-bought guacamole. It's not. They put too much lime in it, and it's just doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
Like the homemade guacamole, where you just buy this little packet and you just mix it all in. That stuff is really good. Fresh guacamole is 100% tastes 100% better than the stuff that's been because they have to put avocado. Like how potatoes turn brown,
Yeah.
and bananas turn black and stuff. Avocado's a lot like that too. It turns black, it doesn't look very yummy after and so they add lime to it, but you have to add a lot of lime to it to keep it from doing that. And then all you can taste is the damn lime because avocado will take on the taste of anything you put there.
Her little runaway bag here, that's her little knapsack. What color should we do that? Because it's also got two little circles in it.
2 little circles.
Look, there's 2 little circles. So you got a circle and then a little circle inside a circle.
Oh, they look like eggs.
Hey,
I'm just
you
messing
kind of
with
look like eggs, don't they?
you. I don't know. Trying to think. Maybe a light purple and then some dark purples or something. I don't know.
With some little yellows and the little dots.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let me do that. Okay, these little yellows here, and the ones that actually have little dots. There's that. And then we have. I need a darker purple to do the little highlights on it. Over here, I got a black grape there, so I can do that here. Wow, that's a dark one for sure. I told you they shut our whole state down, right? As of
Oh,
Monday,
did they?
and as of Monday, yep, we're shut smooth down.
Oh, well, probably. I wouldn't doubt we weren't going there soon.
They said we have a uprise like really bad or something.
Well, that's what every place right now. There's a lot of countries that have already shut back down.
Okay, then I'm going to do here.
We won't have to worry about it soon. We'll be by next year. We'll all be shut down, and we'll have to be mandatorily wearing masks, or we'll all be arrested.
Well, they're not arrest you here, but you have to wear the mask or you don't get in.
This is next
they have
year,
They have
starting after the presidential switchover.
and then they have it's at almost 25%. I was going to go into Sam's today. It was really cold and windy. The line went around to where they do the tires and stuff. There was just no getting in. Not unless you wanted to wait standing, and I can't do that. So
happy choice.
Well,
you have a lot stockpiled though in your freezer and stuff, though, don't you?
Not in my freezer. I have a tiny freezer.
I thought you had a whole bunch of stuff stocked. Well, I know you bought a lot of stuff back a while ago.
Canned goods and stuff like
stuff like that.
I've got some of that.
I thought you bought a bunch of meats or something like that too to freeze.
Yeah, but that was like, it's been 6 months, dude.
Oh, has it been that long? Jeez. Yeah, but you're just one little thing. You don't eat much.
Sure. So I wonder if they're going to do another stimulus or not.
Who knows? Because right now it's going by state. So unless the up above says we're shutting down, who knows? We don't know. Who knows?
What do you mean it's going by state? I thought it was a federal thing.
Our state hasn't shut down yet.
No, they were trying to do a second stimulus before all again.
Oh yeah, well, if it happens, it's going to happen before Trump leaves, because it won't happen after that.
Yeah. I keep getting emails that they're still counting and recounting, so I don't know.
Well, I know a lot of people whose counts haven't even been counted yet. We're still around here trying to figure out how a county that every place you go is nothing but Trump signs went Biden.
Right? Right. I wonder if they can do a redo.
I think they should have done this. It should have been a different kind of way they did it because honestly, all these mail-in ballots. I mean, unfortunately, right now you can't trust nobody.
Yeah.
Whether I don't care who if whoever wins is who wins. It's life.
Right.
But
you want it done fairly.
I want it done correctly. There's just too much shade on both sides.
Right. Adding a little yellow.
What are you doing?
Adding a little yellow highlight to the purple.
Oh. I was like, I thought she was putting yellow in the middle.
No, just a little highlight here and yon.
You had me confused for a minute. I was like,
Well, you haven't been around me in a while. If I can confuse you that easy, that means it's been way too long since we've done any hanging out.
you probably, well, you're too drunk, and that's why.
I never drink. What's wrong with you?
You don't ever stop drinking. What are you talking about?
So, little boy has these little bibby things.
I don't like them.
I understand that, but what color?
Blue for the shirt, black or brown for the pants and the hat, and then red for the suspender and the little stripe thing, because that's the kind of thing as boys wore back then.
Okay. Let me do the hat brown first. I'm going to need 2 shades of brown because...
Make sure it's hat brown.
I don't know what the heck a hat brown is.
It should be a color called hat brown.
That's not true.
Why don't you ever listen to me?
I'm looking.
Very rude. Very, very rude.
I've got a chocolate.
Yeah.
I guess we can do his little thing here.
It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like, that's supposed to be red.
Oh, dadgummit.
No, actually, that's fine. That works because a lot of times back there, the hats were made out of, like it was usually one material. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was a straw hat.
Oh, it's a straw color. Okay, so, oh, what the heck?
Strawish, whatever,
Yeah, let's see. Let's just use another, so let's go with peach beige. Let's see. We'll do this brown thing. Where's that chocolate for his brim?
So how was your Friday the 13th?
I believe it's a power number and not a bad number. So
Mine was just, it was all right, but I had like 1 or 2 issues for the day, but it wasn't that bad.
why?
Then I can't wait for Monday. I take my car in Monday so that I can get a starter finally put in it. A remote starter. Because I'm tired of leaving work and coming out to a frozen car.
Right.
It wasn't too bad. It was like 150, I think, for the starter, and by the time it was done, it was like a 150 for the starter and like 100 for the installation or something like that. I don't know.
Ouch.
Well, that's about what it runs around here.
I think my daughter already has that in her car, or it's my niece that has that in her car. But it's like standard nowadays in the newer cars. It's like it comes that way.
That's just like what makes me mad is I went to the drive-in. These new cars don't like you can. I couldn't get my parking lights to turn off. No matter what. So I had to sit there with my car. And, back in the old day, you turn your key backwards and you still got power without the car being on. Nowadays, they don't do that. Half of them don't.
So how did you get it to work where you could listen to
I
them?
had to sit there with my car on, but then unfortunately my lights had to be were on, but they weren't too bright. I didn't have too many people around me, but I was like, well, this sucks. Now I know for future reference that it's.
Hey, what color should make his buttons? I guess a darker blue.
Or black, who knows?
Black would work
Or
too.
white, or
I'm not even
pink,
strong today.
orange, green, magenta.
Okay, so I need a blue. I need a dark blue and a lighter blue. Here's a denim blue and a blue lake. Okay, we'll do the dark blue and these little. And then we go and we add to them. This isn't turning out too bad at all. What are you doing?
Who?
You.
Looking at stuff on the internet? Why?
I got all my Christmas cards done, addressed. All I gotta do is get them stamped and in the mail.
What do you got them done for?
What do you mean? What do I have them done for? To mail out?
Did you start your Christmas,
I got
25 days of Christmas yet?
no. Have you?
Not yet. Of course, me and Shay, I think, are going to try this one thing. You can try it with us, but it's probably confuse you.
What?
It's, I can't remember what it's called, but you just,
You just what? Where'd you go? You went all silent on me. Well, I hope you come back in because I don't know where you went. No, I lost Amy. There you are.
Well,
Yeah.
now everything's doubled.
You're double. I'm going to take you off of the. How are you doubled?
I came back in
Where did you go?
because I couldn't.
Where did you go? Should I delete you from one?
No, yeah, and yeah. Try turning one off.
Okay, I removed you from one.
Am I still here?
You're still here.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking and you're like, you can't hear you. And I'm like, right here. I can still hear myself echoing in my ear though.
This, I was wondering what this was. I messed up. This is the dadgum
What?
dog. This
Where's
is
the dog?
that's his back leg back here
Oh, how do you know?
because the way it.
But anyways, the challenge is all one page, and you just add a sketch of a day until you fill the page.
Oh, I was gonna do.
So things to overlap and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna do ATCs and stuff from mine,
Go ahead.
and probably do videos.
Well, I'd come across that, and I'm like, well, maybe, and because I shared it on, um, oh, Tiki Talkie, but you don't think you're ever on Tiki Talkie, are you?
I am on TikTok.
I know you're on there, but I didn't know if you ever got on there.
I've added you.
Huh.
You're
I'll send you the video that I'm talking about, just so you know what it was that we're thinking about doing. But you do your ATCs because those are always fun too.
You haven't done ATCs in a long time.
Well, I haven't done anything art other than on my computer.
This is my first arting I've done of any kind in a while.
I finally got my art room put back together, kind of. At least my desk area is reorganized again. But because I had all that stuff I'd got that I never put away. And then I still sit there and go, oh God, what am I going to do with all this?
You know what? And I gave you a bunch of scrap paper, and now you don't want it.
I didn't say I didn't want it. I have a bunch of stuff that it's some of it's just paper I wouldn't use ever.
Oh, yeah.
I have a ton of, because I got a bunch of it out of those Michael's boxes at one point in time.
Oh, yeah.
And then I bought a couple things, and I'm like, oh, why did I buy these? Huh?
Maricha's right here in the chat. Hello. I just looked up and saw you. You're just sitting there chatting away and didn't even see her. Good Lord.
That's how it rolls.
I wonder if she's still there. Are you still? Susanna's probably already asleep by now, Maricha. Hot Mess was in here for a little bit.
You're not doing very good not watching your chat.
I know, that's horrible.
You're gonna get fired.
I haven't done one of these in a long time like this. He is not defined enough to suit me. But we'll go back to him. Get to a lighter pair of jeans. Are you still here, or
No, I hung up.
no? I mean, is Maricha still here?
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I'm asking her. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna see. I don't have my pop up in here. That's how come I missed it.
And then I asked. I bought that
But the pop up.
alcohol inks, and I just look at them and go, "What am I going to do with you?" I don't know.
Oh, she didn't post anything else than that. Well, don't know. I can't believe it's taking me over 2 hours to do this page.
Oh,
What is that noise?
I was drinking.
You could definitely hear it.
Yeah, this mic's very touchy. But at least you can hear it because if I just use my phone mic without the plug-in, then no one can hear me.
Well, you can
But
hear
if you lose me, it's because my phone died because I can't keep it charged, and because that's the only thing I hate about these new Androids is the mic or your headsets plug in the same place that your power does.
it.
I gotta look in to see if there's like an adapter because it's a pain in the butt.
Well, now I'm an iPhone user, so.
You're lucky I'm still talking to you. And if you don't start pronouncing it correctly, I crap.
I'm having a difficult time adjusting. I will say that.
You're horrible.
It's just like, ugh. But like my niece, that's all she's ever had is that. So it's really easy for her. And I said, no, all I've ever had is the Android. So this is just like, what is the heck is going on?
If you compared to the two systems, the Android system is the more easier system to deal with.
It
It's user friendly. Doing things with your pictures and all that stuff is a lot easier than the stuff on that crap.
I don't guess Marisha stayed. She dipped in, dipped out.
Chip, chip, chip. Back to fire.
She had her computer totally crash on her. I think she had to send it in to get it fixed.
What'd she do to it?
I don't remember what happened. I just remember it crashed on her recently.
Well, she's had that. She's the one when I first started, she's had that for, oh God,
Her laptop?
7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
If not longer. Lucky it's still running.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. I think I just about got it. You know, once this processes, I'll be taking it and doing a time lapse out of it too.
Because you're crazy.
Well, some people like to watch it in real time, and some people like to watch my videos with the music added to it.
Because they're crazy.
So I try to accommodate everybody. What do you think?
Looks good.
I think it turned out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Still needs a potato.
Do what?
Still needs a potato.
There's your potato.
Are you gonna come to Shay's live tomorrow
I didn't know she was having a live. Where's she having a live at?
on Twitch?
What time?
I think we're doing it 10 o'clock ish my time. I don't know what time. You know me, the times on I suck.
If it's
But we're
here,
doing
at
it's
7.
this like art weird game thing that you can use your phone or your computer to play on. It's almost like it's like Pictionary but not Pictionary. It's just a bunch of fun chillaxing people having fun.
I don't think I've heard of it.
I-
I did play that one game down there in Texas. What do you call it? Something for Against Humanity. Oh my goodness, that game is a hot mess. Truly, it is. Have you ever played it? Did I lose you again? Well,
Hello?
what happened to you?
Apparently if I go off of this at all, it shuts my mic down. But you're talking about Cards Against Humanity.
That was a funny game, but it is so
Yeah.
inappropriate for kids.
My nephew has had that since he was 15. He has like the entire set, I believe.
Yeah, she had this huge, huge thing of it, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's crazy. It's the stuff that comes
I
out.
know, right?
It's not for kids, that's for
No,
sure.
it's not. It's not for some adults that I know either.
Mm-hmm.
That are, have sensitivity to things. But it was fun. I'd never played it before, and it was fun.
Yeah, it's a good laugh.
It was. I was one of the other ones there sober. Watching everybody else is like, okay. I'm trying to clean up my mess as I go. I'll have to take a picture of this to make it my thumbnail. And then somehow I missed a hole there. This book is one I need to do. Look at that sucker.
Oh god, that one.
Yes.
See, I like those books, but the problem is there's just such little tiny crap.
I'm gonna have to watch. Dee Dee has done something in this book.
Oh, she's done several, because I think that's the book that has a couple of the different books put together in it. Like the best pages out of his other books, but she's done like a lot of them.
Look at this octopus one. I'm gonna go through and look and see what she's done on hers.
Yeah, these are the ones that she usually like acrylically paints the backgrounds black and stuff.
Did you see Brain Engage on my author page? The merch is fixing to start coming.
Huh, didn't know that.
Yeah, check it out.
Have to.
Kevin did the design for me.
Awesome.
There's going to be t-shirts, hoodies. Right now there's t-shirts and there is coffee cups. But there's going to be hoodies too.
Awesome.
I know, right? I think I'm going to get with Maricha to see how I can do a form so that I can have a link to it like that. And It'll go to Kevin and it'll go to me. That way I'll know who's ordering. He'll know the orders and make sure they get them shipped out and stuff.
Sounds good.
Yep. Okay. It is 11:15 my time. I've been on here almost 2.5 hours. So I think I'm going to head off and I think I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at 4% anyways.
To unwind, and this worked perfectly for that. And if everybody's out there, thank you for coming. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Mark, I'll talk to you tomorrow, honey.
Alrighty.
Okay,
Have a
night.
good night, hon.
Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome. Send you the bell.